What's up, everybody? Daniel Jobber, the D Job here. Don't take money. Don't take fame. You don't need no credit card to ride this train. Back to the Future, the video game. The little magic from Telltale Games back in the early 2010s, sorry. Basically providing the only sequel there ever will be to the epic of Back to the Future. We're going to play through this, and we're going to enjoy the storyline, because it is, it's an amazing story. It's a really good game, just a very good experience, and it's a hard game to find with Telltale Games, going out of business and that sort of thing, so I'm lucky I managed to pick it up at a good price before it disappeared, and was able to re-download it. Even after I don't see it on the PlayStation Store anymore. But anyways, this is it. Basically, it picks up after the original Back to the Future, Part 3, the trilogy. Just to recap, if you recall the story, back in the Wild West, Marty managed to barely escape fate by having the DeLorean pushed to the edge of a bridge which didn't exist back in the Wild West, but did exist in the future. Just barely managed to get up to 88 miles per hour to be transported back into the future where the bridge did exist, just in time before they got to the end of the bridge. Pushed with a steam engine that they had stolen, and the only way they could get the car, which had no gas, up to 88 miles per hour. But unfortunately, Doc, who had fallen in love with a girl several days ago, Clara Clayton, who eventually we find out he marries, she came at the last minute to try to be with him or whatever, or go back to the future with him, as she realized he was telling the truth about being a time traveler. And unfortunately, he was forced to use the hoverboard to save her, and was not able to get back into the DeLorean in time to go back to the future. And so Marty went back to the future all by himself without Doc, and to ensure that he wouldn't be able to go back and make another rescue with Doc, the DeLorean stalls on the train tracks, and the train is coming, and Marty just has a chance to get out before the DeLorean is destroyed in a spectacular wreck right on the train tracks, as Marty realizes that there's no way he's going to be able to go back and get Doc, and that Doc is, in his mind, trapped forever in the past. Then he goes and he rescues his girlfriend Jennifer, who had experienced a little piece of the future when they were married. Marty and Jennifer were married in the future, and then he had left her on the doorstep in that messed up version of 1985 that had been created by their mistakes in the future of 2015, which of course obviously we know was nothing like the real 2015, now that we're further ahead than that. But anyways, he goes to wake her up, to try to convince her it was all a dream and make sure she's okay. And unfortunately, as they're going for a ride, she starts to realize that there's too many clues that show her that it wasn't a dream, and Marty's forced to ultimately reveal the truth. But as he's about to do that, his old pal or rival Needles pulls up beside him and tries to challenge him to a race, and basically calls him out as a chicken, as everybody does when they want Marty to basically do what they want him to do, face him in a challenge. And Marty looks like he's gonna fall for it, and Jennifer tries to stop him. He goes, "Don't worry, I got this, or I know what I'm doing." And he, instead of racing him, pulls the car into reverse, or truck into reverse, and backs up as Needles drives forward, racing himself. Needles barely misses a Rolls Royce, and Marty realizes that he would have hit the Rolls Royce if he had actually raced Needles. And that's the infamous Rolls Royce accident that's supposed to basically unravel Marty's entire future. And so basically, by finally learning the lesson that it doesn't matter what people think of you, or that when they call you chicken, that it doesn't matter how you view yourself, he basically changes his entire future so that he's not going to end up wrecking his hand, not able to play music, and now his future's a wide open book. But anyways, as he's showing Jennifer the remains of the DeLorean and you're coming clean with the fact that they did travel through time, all of a sudden they hear the train whistle, or the train siren that says the train's coming, but there's no train, and all of a sudden out of nowhere, Doc appears in a train with Clara and shocks the heck out of him. Hops out and tells Marty that his new time machine runs on steam, and he has to come back for Einstein. Introduces him to, well, Clara, of course, he already knew, and then their two sons, Jules and Vern, and it basically gives Marty a brand new version of the picture of them standing by the clock tower, and wishes him goodbye. And Marty goes, "Where are you going in the future?" Doc says, "Nope, already been there." And it turns out that the wheels of the train fold underneath, and the train actually hovers and flies, and it comes at you in a spectacular finish to the trilogy. Anyways, this picks up after that, probably about several months. For some reason, Doc apparently has a DeLorean again. So, I mean, most likely, I guess, the idea would be that he realized the train was too inconspicuous, or too conspicuous to travel around through time with very often, and so he created a DeLorean, which is a little more like just an ordinary future car. And so he's back with the DeLorean again. Maybe the train's hidden somewhere. Maybe he could use it if he wanted to, but the DeLorean is his current time vehicle, and for some reason he mysteriously disappears. And this picks up after Doc has disappeared for a few months, and Marty's somewhat haunted by Doc's mysterious disappearance, and that's where causes what we're about to unfold. So we're going to start the game here, and we're going to work your way through it, and I'm going to talk a little bit about time travel and then some theories and stuff that I have as we play. So anyways, the first episode of the 5 is It's About Time. As you see, there's 5 of them: Get Tannen, Citizen Brown, Double Visions, and finally Out of Time. And there's even a video about the making of it, which is pretty cool. So I really like that video. It has Christopher Lloyd and a lot of the people that helped make the game, including Telltale Games. But anyways, It's About Time is episode 1, and we're gonna pick it up from here. J.P. Penney. Obviously, J.C. Penney didn't pay to be part of this. I can show the goals. I don't mind. It's nice to know what kind of where you're at, so you keep track of where you are. It plays out like a movie. Every episode's almost like a small Back to the Future movie. It's pretty cool.
I'm Dr. Emmett Brown. I'm standing on the parking lot at Twin Pines Mall. It's Saturday morning, October 26th, 1985, 1:18 a.m. And this is temporal experiment number 1. Come on, I need... Hey, boy, get in there. That a boy.
Back to where it all started.
Get down. Get your seatbelt on. That's
Obviously, we're holding the camera as Marty.
Whoa, okay.
Please note that Einstein's clock is in precise synchronization with my control watch. Got it?
Right, check, Doc.
Good. Have a good trip, Einstein. Watch your head.
And you can play out exactly like the movie did, or you can say a few different things.
You got that thing hooked up to the car?
Watch this.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
The voice of the person they got to do Marty is not Michael J. Fox, but he sure does a great
Not me. The car.
voice of it. But that is Christopher Lloyd's voice doing Doc, of course. Christopher Lloyd is a huge part of this game, which is great. That's great, Doc.
If my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit.
Serious shit.
Watch this, watch this.
Ah! You can say you disintegrated Einstein. Where's the car? Or what the heck? Let's play.
88 miles per hour.
Let's play just like the movie. I like
the temporal displacement occurred at exactly 1:20 a.m. and 0 seconds.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Doc. You disintegrated Einstein.
Calm down, Marty. I didn't disintegrate anything. The molecular structure of both Einstein and the car are completely intact.
Where the hell are they?
The appropriate question
When
is...
the hell are
they? You see, Einstein has just become the world's first time traveler. I sent him into the future. 1 minute into the future, to be exact. And at
And you can say, what are
precisely
you talking
1:21
about?
a.m. and 0 seconds, we shall
You're
catch up
talking
with
the time
him
machine.
and the time machine.
But I like, you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
The way I see it, if you're going to build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style? Besides, the stainless steel construction made the flux dispersal. Look out!
Look out, J.P. Penny. The Twin Pines Mall or Lone Pine Mall, depending on what. Uh-oh. This isn't the way it's supposed to happen. Something's wrong.
Julia,
Where's the car, Doc?
it should have caught up with us 27 seconds ago.
Doc, what happened to Einstein?
No need for concern. It's probably just a minor miscalibration of the time circuit. Marty, could you get my notebook?
Here's where it's a little
It
bit
should be in
different.
the toolbox.
Where's the Libyans? Of course, you can also click on this.
What's in the box?
Don't touch that. It's plutonium.
Pu,
Plutonium.
plutonium.
How do you think I generated 1.21 gigawatts of power?
What the hell's a gigawatt?
Notebook. Got it. Flux capacitor?
Scott.
That's it.
What the heck's a flux capacitor?
My latest invention. The thing that makes time travel possible. In this notebook, I detail the nearly 3 decades of scientific breakthroughs necessary to build a working time machine. If it ever fell into the wrong hands, the consequences could be catastrophic. Let's see. It's mass equals I times Z, and
This
E
isn't the way
equals the
it
square
happened.
root of Z times C squared.
Doc, something's way off here.
You remember things were different the first time around. Look out!
Doc?
Twin Pines Mall. Lone Pine Mall.
Scott,
Great Scott.
Doc, what is it?
I've made a horrible mistake.
Doc!
Doc disappeared.
Doc, no!
I'm sorry, Marty.
Doc, come back! Doc!
What the hell?
Doc!
And then you realize it's all a dream. Triggered by Doc's disappearance.
Marty, is everything okay?
Weird science. Weird science.
Yeah, Mom, it was just a nightmare. I was in the past, and Doc was there.
There's the picture.
Well, you're safe and sound now. Back in good old 1986. But you'd better get up. Your father's waiting for you.
Huh?
Weren't you going to meet him over at Doc's?
Holy crap, I'm late.
Dun dun. Dun dun. So it all begins with the harsh reality that Doc has disappeared. It's cool. At the beginning of all the movies, it shows some of the credits and plays the music. Apologize for the crudity of the model. It's not to scale. I think my hard drive's a little on the downside, so I apologize if there's any skips or this or that. Still, this game is amazing and timeless. Message to the audience is messed up still. Sorry about that. One of my wrestling things. State sale, May 14th,
Dad,
1986.
are we too late to stop the sale?
Better late than never.
George
believe
McFly.
how much rare stuff there is back here.
That's Doc stuff. The city has no right
Now,
to.
son, I know you're upset, but your friend's been gone for months, and the city really seems hell-bent on using his land for that new parking garage. And, hey, is that a first edition Jules Verne?
It's just not fair. But at least things can't get any worse.
Hey, Marty.
Hey, Marty.
Hi, Biff.
That mind-reading helmet is a beer-drinking
Come to see
helmet.
if the old
I
crackpot had
love
any
it.
buried treasure.
Butthead.
Nah, I guess I'm just remembering.
You're where
Miss
Einstein is.
Einstein. A fish tank? I never knew Doc raised. Doc's fish had weird taste in decor. Kind of like Doc.
Lots of clocks.
Wonder why
It's about time.
Jennifer'd like that. She's into old stuff.
More clocks.
Does nature contrive it so that even with a time machine, you can intervene to prevent your own
Yep, he changed his old man, that's for sure. George McFly. Model of the town square.
Doc built this model at downtown Hill Valley way back in 1955. The clock tower in the courthouse even works. What the? Is that Doc's notebook in there?
Hey, that looks just like the courthouse. You gotta hand it to the old coot. He was good with his hands.
Not the
Biff,
scale.
can I see that a minute?
This would look great in my fish tank. Give the old carp something new to nibble on.
Can I see that model courthouse for just a second? I need to get something out of it.
Like what? A not guilty verdict? That was a joke.
Oh, but really, can I?
Nah, I think I'll hold on to it.
Butthead. That's not good.
Give it here, Biff.
Well, looky what we have here. Looks like plans for something. What's a flux catheter?
It's none of your business. Doc asked me to...
Brown's worm food, kid. But this looks like it might be worth something.
Uh-oh. And the mind-reading helmet.
Actually, I guess it was. Feels like that was a lifetime ago.
This damn thing doesn't work!
Hey, let me try, Marty.
Now, Biff, let Marty have his turn.
You got it, Mr. McFly.
George always steps in. Books.
Doc sure did love his Jules Verne. Hope that wasn't... I'll probably never know what this is for.
Well, maybe you will. More electrical equipment. Hey, my guitar.
Looks like a hand-crank lightning rod, or maybe a lightning-powered pencil sharpener.
Maybe we'll find out in the course of time.
Hey, Biff. I only want that notebook because, well, I'm sentimental. It's like a piece of Doc.
Doc's dead. Time to get over it and move on.
Make like a tree and get out of here.
That notebook wouldn't mean anything to you. You wouldn't even understand what's in it.
You calling me ignorant?
Calling you a butthead.
I just can't let you keep that notebook. It's dangerous.
What, is it set to explode or something?
Well, in a way.
I'll take my chances.
I'll pay you for it.
How much? Not enough.
Jerk.
Never mind.
Gotta find a way to get that notebook from him. Let's see what George has to say.
Hey, Dad. I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
I'll talk to him after. First, we can look at my guitar.
Hey, Dad, why's my guitar got a price tag on it?
Sorry, son. Must have been an overzealous clerk. Just pick it up. I'll iron things out with the bank.
It's my guitar. Ooh, and the amplifier.
It took me forever to repair this thing after I blew it out last time, and now some jerk's gonna pick it up for pennies.
That does suck.
Let's make some noise.
Now we gotta use the guitar. So if you click on the hand, which is the square, choose the guitar, and click on the amp. Should be able to play.
Here's an oldie, buddy goody. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, look, it's Chuck Butthead. Let me show you how it's done.
Now, Biff, I think that's Marty's guitar.
Oh, gosh, you're right, Mr. McFly. Oh, here you go, Marty. Let's hear a few licks.
Not quite the explosion from last time. Let's try that again.
Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
Let's try that again. Ooh. Photo of Dad.
And now, something your kids are really gonna like.
Thanks for warming them up for me, butthead.
Biff, I thought I told you not to take my son's guitar.
Oh, right. Sure thing, Mr. McFly. I was just warming them up for you, Marty.
That's Biff's real
Let's see
voice,
what you
too.
got. Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
I think there's a slightly different one this time, too.
You want to hear a number by
There we
Biff and the Biff Tones? Always happy to play for my adoring fans.
Now, Biff.
Oh, yeah. Here you go, Marty.
Gotta stop Dad from stepping in all the time.
Man, you kids have ruined rock and roll.
Meh. Alright, now we go talk to George.
Hey, Dad. Who's running this sale anyway?
Oh, that'd be me, son.
You. Why?
Well, once it became apparent that the bank was going through with the sale, I volunteered to oversee it in order to make sure that Doc's stuff would be treated with a modicum of respect. Isn't that right, Biff?
You got it, Mr. McFly.
Do you think dreams can predict the future?
Well, you know I don't go in for that mystical stuff, but I do think they can reflect how you're feeling about the future.
I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Yes, you've told us he's not dead. He's on a trip. Let's say you're right. Have you considered that this trip may not have been entirely voluntary? I hate to say it, but Doc's run up some pretty sizable debts around town. Maybe he's just hiding from his creditors.
You got Doc wrong. Sure, maybe he's not so good with money. That's just because his mind's always on bigger things. But he's still a straight-up guy. He'd never run away from his problems.
Well, you know him better than I do, son. But the bank is within its rights to sell off his stuff. maybe you should try to find some things to remember him by before Biff grabs them all.
That notebook is Doc's legacy. I've got an obligation to protect it.
Now, hold on a minute. Didn't you just get done telling me Doc's still around? Off traveling somewhere?
Yeah?
Then how is it your obligation to protect his legacy? You can't have it both ways, Marty. If Doc's alive, he can protect his own legacy.
And here he can get into
About Biff.
not
Dad,
stepping with Biff all the time.
I know you're trying to help.
He talks a big game, son, but he's not so tough. I've been dealing with him a long time. Believe me, I can handle it.
So can I.
I guess you can. Okay, son, I'll stay out of your way. You know where to find me.
I'll keep looking around. Thanks, Dad.
Now, we'll see if...
You want to hear a number by Biff and the Biff Tones? Always happy to play for my adoring fans.
Crank it all the way, butthead.
Now watch me blow the lid off this joint.
Whatever you say.
It's about as funny as a screen door.
Rock on, Biff.
Oh, shit.
Let's get that journal and get the heck out of here.
Doc, where are you?
When are you? Sounds like the DeLorean.
Doc?
See, Doc still has a DeLorean, so obviously he must have rebuilt it. Maybe to make it a little less conspicuous and traveling around in a flying train.
Einstein!
Einie!
Where do you come from, boy? Didn't you bring Doc with you?
Tape recorder.
Marty?
Ah!
Marty, if you're hearing this recording, then the DeLorean's automatic retrieval feature is a resounding success.
Automatic retrieval?
In case of my failure to return to the DeLorean within an allotted time, I programmed the time machine to jump to these four-dimensional coordinates without me. As you are well aware, time travel is an inherently risky activity, and despite my elaborate precautions, there's always the possibility that I could land in trouble sometime. And that sometime is now, or then, or maybe later.
He's in trouble.
Marty, come to my rescue in the past, or was it the future? Anyway, I'm relying on you to do it again. Please take the DeLorean back, or forward, to whatever it is I'm stuck in time. When you get there, I'm sure you'll figure out what to do.
That's it? Aren't you going to tell me when that is?
Just go to the date specified on the time circuit readout under the heading marked Last Time Departed. Good luck.
Right. Last time departed. Oh, jeez. Come on.
Messed up.
Crap! Oh, great. How am I supposed to find him now?
A shoe.
Okay, Doc, I know I haven't seen you in a few months, but I'm pretty sure this isn't your shoe. Looks like the time circuits still work. Now I only need to know when to look for Doc.
Now we gotta figure out. Luckily, we got Einstein. A regular Einstein. So we can ask him about the shoe. See, first you choose the shoe, and then you talk to him. And then you're asking about the shoe or using the shoe
What do you
on
know
him.
about this shoe, Einie? Great Scott! I think he's onto something.
And Einstein always finds the scent. Thanks for the lift.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. How's this supposed to lead me to Doc, Einie?
I see you sneaking into that liquor store, young man!
See what else we can find in Hill Valley. Ooh, an arcade.
I guess there's time for a quick game. Okay,
Magic of
now
the
I'm
video
ready.
arcade. One of my favorite parts of the 80s. And then the door where that lady is. Strickland. Sounds like a slacker to me.
Step away from the door! Now, let me get a look at you.
Einstein, come on!
Just as I suspected. Hooligans! Get
Not a
along
slacker?
now! Scat!
I'm not a hooligan, ma'am. I'm a teenager.
I wasn't born yesterday, young man. Aren't you the miscreant who skateboards through the town square every morning between 8 and 8:30 in a decidedly unpunctual manner?
Yeah?
All skateboarders are hooligans. It's a fact. Look it up.
E. Strickland. You aren't related to, Vice Principal Strickland, are you, ma'am?
Not that it's any of your business, but I'm his sister, Edna. Oh, and you're one of those McFly slackers, aren't ya?
Yes, what's old man what else has your brother been saying about me?
Nothing I couldn't have deduced for myself, slacker. State your business, child. You're making me miss Merv.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not sure why I'm here. Einstein here brought me, and...
Well,
Can you let me in? I've got something to show you.
what is it? Let me see.
A shoe. Bless you.
A shoe? Wow, now what would I want with a... Huh? Stay there!
Huh. Now we're getting somewhere. Another shoe. Nope, I'm just like you, except I'm holding a shoe up in the air.
Leave that creature outside!
He doesn't
Sorry,
like
Einstein.
dogs.
Well, took you long enough.
There's a lot of stairs.
To return the shoe, I mean. I lost it ages ago. You can put it down next to the other one. Much better. So
What an age
neat
difference.
and orderly. I suppose you'll be wanting some sort of reward now.
No,
All I've got is tea and candy.
But...
I'm sorry I called you a hooligan. I try not to jump to conclusions, but after all, 9 out of 10 people in this city are hooligans.
It's a fact. Look it
It's a fact. Look it up.
You gotta turn the stove on,
Have
lady.
a seat, Sonny.
All these
Hey,
newspapers.
you kids! Put out those cigarettes!
We gotta find out how to find Doc. Let's look around. Cat trophies.
What are these?
Editorial.
Cat Lovers Quarterly.
It's legitimate journalism.
Is that Vice Prince?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Marshall Strickland.
My grandfather, gunned down by Mad Dog Tannen over 100 years ago.
Buford, Mad
That's not how I remember it.
Dog.
Jeez, they all look like they've got sticks up there.
What's that?
Nothing.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. And don't touch anything.
The only noise that kettle's gonna make. Seems the stove's not even turned on. It gets her out of the room for a minute.
Oh, the candy looks older than I am. Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture. Brown Mansion destroyed. 1962. No, that's not where Doc's stranded. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. Firm announces plans for Lone Pine Mall. Peabody Ranch to be rezoned for commercial development. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least. Clint Eastwood plunges to death on runaway train. I don't even know where to start looking for clues in these stacks. Wish I could narrow it down to a year at least.
No luck. Cat won't let me touch his food.
Yeah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Turn the stove on.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane.
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe. Huh. Aye, what a nosy Nelly. No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog.
Oh, when was it?
Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy in Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago.
If you're looking for bootleg hooch...
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Annie. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square, right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
Nice.
I guess somewhere in these stacks there must be an article about the speakeasy burning down.
Naturally. I probably wrote it myself. I was quite a reporter back in the day.
Any idea what date that article came out?
Well, obviously the day after the speakeasy burned down.
Doing some stargazing?
No, I set my sights on lower things. Is that?
Ted! Get away from that hubcap before I call your father!
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
Mind if I take a look?
Go ahead, dear.
Valley Video. Yeah, Biff coming out of there with a naughty videotape. Just like Biff.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Really? You don't say. Okay, so how to get it the day the speakeasy burned down? Well, we got a year, 1931, so we go back to the newspapers, right?
Don't touch those! My newspapers are in pristine condition and meticulously organized. Not about to let some street punk get jam all over them.
Jam? Only with a guitar. Okay, time for the kettle to boil again, eh? Gotta get rid of her.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Alright, back to the newspapers. See in the funny papers.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy. Singer vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan?
It's Doc!
Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
Thanks, Lee. Oh...
My newspapers!
She's
Sorry,
gonna be
Mr.
mad.
Oh, you've gotten my history out of order. Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out, get out, get out!
Help! Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Yeah, they'll come. Alright. Time to go back to 1931. Mr. Fusion.
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
It's a costume. Tonight's the big Halloween party.
Halloween party? In May? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone. You ready to go, Einstein? Time circuits on. Flux capacitor, flux.
Friends, we're history.
The time circuits are already on.
Well, what's wrong? Let's do it. Do we have to do this, or?
I'd better keep an eye on this. It's really my only way of keeping track of...
Oh, there we go. Right, there we go.
I'd better keep an eye on this. It's really my only way of keeping track of Doc's fate.
I have to clear the...
I can't leave the DeLorean now. Doc's waiting for me in 1931.
Okay, there we go.
If Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out. I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
He has no idea. That's why you're going to rescue him. Hill Valley. Car of the future. Yeah, kind of looks like it. I think it isn't a flying train. On the way into 1931 Hill Valley.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
For TV, for movies. The Prohibition Age. Soup kitchen. Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's not before movies. It's before television.
Young man, excuse me, young man.
Who? Me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man in the street
even had
reaction.
talking.
Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley needs more upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets, no doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Ask him where I can get the address.
I see! Because you want to blast it to smithereens just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless elements will be on the run in no time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Harry Callahan, Sonny Crockett, or my favorite, Michael Corleone.
Michael Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Edna Strickland?
I know. I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
I'll press and hold the circle to make Marty run. Oh, cool. That speeds things up a little. The movie theater.
How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that? I wonder who really burned down the speakeasy.
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there. Hello?
No solicitors!
Fine then. Today's special, yesterday's soup. Excuse me. Shoot. Alright. Soup kitchen. Under new management. Yo, McFly!
McFly!
Biff? Kid! Grandpa?
Grandpa!
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
You're Artie McFly!
I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk? Keep your eyes on the soup, kid. Well?
Well, what?
Well, what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly?
Yes?
That hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline. There's no way I'm going to keep that door open without some help. Maybe I should go to the jail and talk to Doc before I start dialing random people in 1931.
That could be so much fun.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
Okay.
The kitchen's for management only, Rummy.
Whoa! Looks like these pipes go into the basement. Nice rack.
Yeah, we got all kinds of culinary enhancements back there.
Culinary enhancements. Cue ball. The soup kitchen.
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk to, Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
Doc!
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system. Of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan.
A plan? Right. But what?
Why don't we tell the authorities?
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin. And trust me, you don't want to see the inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided. Do you?
Good point.
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a puffy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one
Edna Strickland.
Strickland.
I should have guessed.
Look it up.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. the repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great. I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Won't talking to yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
How am I supposed to convince your younger self to finish the rocket drill? Just tell him I need to break his older self out of jail?
Absolutely not. Whatever you do, you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flux capacitor for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. From what I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
Oh, there's that cop again. Maybe we'll find more about him.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Open up. Not much has changed in here.
Nah.
Telephone number. Huh?
For we were born only yesterday, and no... Actually, I won't be born for about 40 years. Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. Maybe that's my problem. Lazy hands.
Oh, that's right. I'm not clicking on the telephone.
Brown results.
Whoa.
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his
What up, G?
working duties in the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Alright, and so it begins.
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out!
Get out! Say that to my customers sometimes. And if you want to change the different things you can click on, you just got to move your right stick to cycle through them. Took me a while to figure that one out.
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
Moose back in 1931. I don't think carrot grease was even a thing. Flop house.
I'm not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
Transients welcome.
Wow, looks like they used a real shark.
Oh well. I guess to the courthouse. Oh, here we go. Boom.
Don't touch those. These are very
Enter
sensitive
Emmett
legal
Brown.
documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
Wow.
Naturally, H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of the Or do we take H as stands with Hermitian line item? H2A multiplied by
Hey, Einstein.
A might be equal to H expectation value, but only if...
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party of the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
The future?
Did Dad tell you that?
Every morning.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
What a jerk.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science. Let's start over.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Come on, you can trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character.
Defamation of character?
I better not. Those lawyers sound kind of nasty. Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Emmett, about your...
Say it.
Do What's he saying? He's muttering, eh? Interesting. Doesn't talk like he's a scientist, but he sure mutters like one.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Okay, let's go see Doc and get some advice. Alright, this way. This way.
Doc!
Marty! Have you found my younger self yet?
Well, I met your younger self.
Great!
And I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks he's been sent by my father to check up on me.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The Expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Awesome.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know. H to the something when the inverse is something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him myself.
Maybe you can, Doc.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Other things we can ask you about, though.
Morty, how goes the escape plan?
Where have you been all this time? I missed you.
I missed you too, Marty. But I thought it was important to let you live your own life for a while, free from the insanity of time travel.
I gotta admit, it was nice to not have my family history blowing up in my face for a few months.
Besides, I've been busy raising my own unpredictable teenagers.
So how are Clara and the kids?
They're fine, fine. Right now we're trying to decide where to send Jules and Vern to college. Clara prefers the 2020s, but I'm partial to the 1960s. We're planning on visiting you and Jennifer in 2011 soon.
Me and Jennifer? In 2011?
Oh, forget I said anything.
Where'd the DeLorean come from? The last time I saw it had been smashed to pieces by a train.
It's a fantastic story. Do you remember when the DeLorean got struck by lightning in 1955?
Yeah?
Unbeknownst to either of us, the lightning produced a temporal duplicate of the time machine, one that was tossed 70 years into the future.
Really?
I found out about it during a trip to 2025 and recovered it just in time to stop Griff Tannen from vandalizing the time stream.
Heavy. So that DeLorean...
is for all intents and purposes the exact same machine as the original. Plus or minus little bells and whistles I've added over the years, of course.
Interesting. So I could actually find that later on, too. Yeah, I wonder what the explanation was. I actually never saw that before, why he has the DeLorean again.
So, what were you doing in 1931 anyway?
Oh, nothing terribly exciting. Indulging in a little personal nostalgia, picking up a few rare out-of-print books to surprise Clara on her birthday, solving a historical mystery or two. The usual.
Usual? You lead a pretty unusual life, Doc.
It's an unusual universe, Marty.
I hate to tell you, Doc, but your last time departed display is on the fritz.
It is? So how did you find me?
I found one of Edna Strickland's shoes in the DeLorean.
How did one of her shoes get in the DeLorean?
Einstein took it from her.
He did? How strange. He almost never attacks people. Not without a good reason, anyway.
How'd you wind up in jail in 1931 anyway?
During my trip to the past, I decided to look into one of Hill Valley's unsolved mysteries.
The fire at the Speakeasy.
Exactly. I thought I was safely hidden across the street. But when the fire started, there was a tremendous explosion, and I was knocked unconscious by a stray brick. When I woke up, I was here in jail, charged with arson.
That's horrible.
I know. Worse yet, I still don't know who started the fire.
You know that thing about the DeLorean? I mean, really, he could have just built another one anytime he wanted, with getting parts from any time. You know, using the train in the meantime. That's didn't really need that much of an explanation, but whatever.
Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's Tannen is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
Sylvia.
What's the story with this Kid Tannen jerk anyway?
Biff's father? By this time next year, he'll be pulling down a life sentence in San Quentin. There was even a song about it.
Wait, if Biff will be born in 1938, and Kid will be in prison...
As I recall, he escaped from prison in 1937 for about 3 hours.
That's a busy 3 hours.
No kidding.
Wow.
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Edna? We never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socioeconomic circles. Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes. Now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just about lost her mind.
That would explain a lot. I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
They can't do that.
You hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save meat from a grisly death in 1931.
All right.
Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Now we gotta get some get you some information about what you're muttering about in your younger body. How are we gonna do that? There, oh, come on, go in the park. Oh, hey, how convenient you gave me a tape recorder. Maybe I can use it to record.
Don't think. Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. Oh.
Heh. Nothing to be seen here, not really harassing you. Every now and then Doc will know what's going on. We can get somewhere. Gotta grab a piece of the action.
Doc! So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief. Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was going to say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah.
You don't sound intense
what
now?
What are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy.
Marty!
It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Hang in there, Doc.
Because, man, you matter. Unless you multiply yourself by the by this energy squared. In that case, my friend, you energy. Something like that. There we are.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator?
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
I'm from the planet Vulcan. I read a lot of Jules Verne.
It's like this.
You know about my rocket-powered drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Oh, boy. I really need
Can
your
I see a rocket-powered drill?
Of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
Fully operational model.
That's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
Dr.
Can't be
McCoy.
done. I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. It's part of the investigation of the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
Arthur McFly?
Artie!
I'm going to subpoena my grandpa?
Oh, crap.
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
He's a legitimate businessman.
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Alright, it's on. Hey, Edna.
Nice bike. Huffy?
Huffy? I'm not huffy. I'm passionate. Passionate about justice, safety, law, and order.
Never mind. Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
What's the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work,
SSS.
taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
You can meet in the park.
No, that's no good. Too many of the members sleep in the park.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
You can meet over there in the jailhouse. I think they have an empty cell.
No, the jailhouse has bad associations for some of the Stay Soberites.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
You can meet in the Speakeasy, the one that got bombed last Wednesday.
Now, wouldn't that be poetic irony? But I'm not sure the building is structurally safe.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society can meet.
Oh? Where?
The Brown residence.
You mean Judge Brown's place?
Yeah, I happen to be good friends with his son Emmett, and he's told me the judge would love to lend his place out for, good causes like yours.
Really? Why, that's the most generous, public-spirited offer I've received in a month of Sundays. Please, tell your friend Emmett we accept. The meeting isn't due to start for a little while, so that'll give our people some time to set up.
Oh, boy.
You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh? Which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get overeager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions...
Yeah?
You can let me know when they're running low on soup.
As a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh? Who?
The orphanage.
My, how those little ragamuffins can eat. All right, Edna, just think of all those poor unfortunates and hold your nose.
Those poor unfortunate souls in torture, in need, in pain. Do I help them? Oh, yes, indeed. Now let's go see Kid Tannen. I don't have the heart to tell Emmett that we just volunteered his place. Dad's place. We need that hat. That's my grandpa's hat.
What the hell, Matches? You got kiwi all over my socks!
Sorry, boss.
Get out of here. How about you? Huh? I'm sitting at a shoe shine booth. You walk up. Either you're here to shine my shoes, or you got a death wish. Which is it?
I guess I'm here to shine your shoes.
I guess you won't talk about your business.
Why not? I got nothing to hide. I recently acquired controlling interest in the Sisters of Mercy Soup Kitchen.
Isn't the soup kitchen an odd line of business for a guy like you?
I like soup. Plus, I got a heart as big as all outdoors. Buff a little harder. I want to see myself in the toes.
How come you won't let the Stay Sober Society hold their meeting in the cellar of your soup kitchen?
We got other plans for that cellar. And it don't necessarily involve staying sober.
Edna Strickland thinks your soup kitchen might not be on the up and up.
That dame gets on my nerves. Got a great pair of gams, though.
Hey, I represent United Charities of Hill Valley. Can you authorize me to pick up soup from your establishment and deliver it to some very deserving souls?
Nah, that Strickland dame's got the charity racket pretty much locked up. No point in giving her competition.
I'm looking for a guy named Arthur McFly. He's my, sort of a relative.
Well, he's my employee. And he's very busy today.
Since you're Arthur's boss, you know where he is, right?
He's at the, office.
Where's the office?
I forget.
So when do you think Arthur will be leaving the office?
When I tell him he can leave the office. Hey, you Mr. Spy.
Isn't that Arthur McFly's hat you're holding?
It was McFly's hat. Now, it's my peanut bowl.
Could I buy Arthur's hat off you?
Could you keep your mind on your work, huh? Shoeshine boy? Hanging on to my peanut bowl.
Can I have some peanuts?
Why not? I'm a magnanimous kind of guy. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
The hell is that?
Hey, kid!
Yeah?
What the hell is that?
I see ya. Dun, 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 dun.
What'd you do?
Give me that hat, you lousy crook!
Emmett!
That was good.
Emmett!
So we got a death wish.
Nobody makes a monkey out of Kid Tannen!
Sure they Dewey. It's in your family, runs in the family.
Hey! Ow! Fix me up!
Look at the shiny shoes again. Nice.
You
Now
learn
we
how
get
to
a hat.
move like that.
Sandlot football. They used to call me the Streak.
Get out.
Alright, this hat'll be handy. Because we got a dog. He's a dog. Any sign of Edna back yet for another soup delivery? Doesn't look like yet.
You have to deliver a lot of subpoenas?
Father's always sending me out to do these dirty jobs. He wants to expose me to different kinds of people. All he's exposed me to is a lot of new curse words.
If serving subpoenas is such dirty work, why don't you just say no?
Look, what's the worst thing that can happen to me on this job?
You could get shot.
Yeah, well, believe me, that's nothing compared to what I'll get if I mouth off to my pop.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
This subpoena's for Arthur McFly?
Have you seen him?
For a few seconds in the soup kitchen, but I think he's gone back into hiding.
Brilliant deduction, Einstein.
Einstein?
How about Kid Tannen? What do we know about him?
He's loud, he's obnoxious, he's not very bright, and he doesn't like anybody getting in his way.
Sounds like a Tannen, alright.
That's a Tannen, alright. This might be a stupid question, but couldn't you have designed your rocket-powered drill to run on fuel that, isn't illegal?
Illegal? What does law have to do with science? Science has its own laws. You, of all people, should know that.
Some of us down at the patent office are wondering, what made you think of a rocket-powered drill?
Ah, that'd be Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It was a revelation.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured. But couldn't you tweak your engine design a little so it runs on something else?
Like what?
I don't know. Gas, maybe?
Gasoline? Yesterday's news. You'll see. By 1940, automobiles will all run on pure alcohol.
Have you read The Time Machine?
H.G. Wells? Not yet, but it's on my list.
We'll get that subpoena delivered, or my name isn't...
Michael Corleone!
Right.
Yeah.
Is that so Edna's back? Send her another soup delivery.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The Farm for Unwanted Children.
Perhaps their parents don't want them because they eat too much.
I'm gonna keep sending her off on soup runs. Alright. Einstein, need your help, buddy. Gotta find Artie. Select the hat and talk to Einstein.
Hey, Arnie, come here for a sec, boy. Hey, boy, can you find the guy who belongs to this hat?
Where's he going?
Only one way to find out.
Heads down, Doc.
Huh. Deja vu.
Yeah? Who is it?
It's McFly!
Shh, I know.
McFly.
Hey, Arthur, can you come down a minute?
Do I know you?
I'm your mother's great nephew.
You mean my second cousin?
Yeah.
Glad to know you, but I can't leave this building till the boss says so. He's given strict orders. Sorry. Some other time. What now?
It's me again. Please come down.
Why?
We've got some important information for you, but we can't yell it. It's private.
Then put it in a postcard and send it. I'm stuck up here till the boss tells me I can leave. Sorry. Some other time.
Can't give him the subpoena. He certainly isn't going to take that. Huh. We need some help. We may have to blast. Back to the town square. Oh crap. It's Kid. Oh, Edna's back. Maybe I can run another run.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The asylum?
The insane asylum.
Those inmates are crazy for soup.
No soup for you. Now we gotta go see Kid and see if we can make him angry at us again.
Well, well, look who's back. They say rats always return to the scene of the sinking ship. Get 'em, Matches. Down from there, you son of a bitch!
We can record him. Haha.
Right now! That's an order! What do you think you're doing up there, you scrawny little runt? Get down here right now!
That's all I need.
Don't make me angry, Smucko! Get down here and face the music! You can't get away that easy.
I don't think they're
Nobody
gonna talk
puts
in
one
his
over
mood
on
right
Kid
now.
Tannen and lives to tell about it. You're dead meat, twerp! Better start composing your epitaph now, because I'm...
Einstein, help!
Lay off! Get away from me, you crazy mutt!
Go away, dog. We're busy here. Go on, scram. Hey,
He got away again.
where'd he go?
You let him get away, idiot!
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
The rest home.
Those dear old-timers. Soup is one of the few pleasures they have left.
Alright, now let's go deliver that subpoena. Get things moving. This way, I think.
Hey! Hey!
Oh no, I blew it again. I had to do the same. I gotta get Einstein to help me again. Dang nabbit. Didn't mean to do that.
We're only making it work.
Hey, Einie.
Look out, boss. It's that crazy mud
Gotta
again.
avoid that part.
I can't believe you lost him again!
Butthead. Now, which the way to... Not this way. Courthouse. Now we can have her deliver the soup to the... Oh wait, no, we can't do that yet because it's still soup. We need it to be alcohol. Okay, it must be over here by the soup kitchen. By the courthouse, I guess? Or by the jail, I mean? There we are. Exit to Arthur's. So now we gotta call him down to give him the subpoena, and then that'll take care of that part.
What now?
What do you think you're doing up there, you scrawny little runt? Get down here right now!
It's Kid. Right away, boss. Where's Kid?
Now, of course, you gotta deliver the subpoena by hand, as you find out if you try to throw it to him. Doc reminds you.
Arthur McFly?
Emmett reminds
Yeah?
you.
Got something for you.
Thanks. A subpoena.
Ordering
Glitch in
you
the
to
game.
appear in court and provide evidence in the investigation
invisible.
into...
Tannen, take it back.
You can't
There
get
it
rid
is.
of it, Mr. McFly. Once you've been served, it's your duty to report to the court at the earliest possible time. Failure to do so could lead to a warrant for your arrest.
Arrest! But Kid'll kill me. Stupid Artie. Holy cats, what am I gonna do?
I suggest you avail yourself to the protection of the court.
Oh gosh.
Mission accomplished. Now he's gotta get the alcohol.
Oh, I hate doing stuff like that. But I won't have to much longer.
No?
Once we get that 190 proof alcohol and build my rocket drill, my future will be set and I'll be able to quit this crummy job.
Oh, right.
Marty's feeling already pretty bummed about having to trick him. Okay, now we gotta make sure we get some alcohol brewing up here. We need Emmett's help with that one. And the soup kitchen. Come on. I think there's an important cutscene. Give me a milk. Chocolate.
Hey, cue ball.
What?
The truck just arrived with a fresh shipment of,
soup.
Soup?
Soup?
Well, this is the regular soup, and this is the special soup.
Right. Special.
That's the soup we want. Alcohol.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm spicing up the soup. It's my secret recipe.
Listen, this ain't the Savoy, and we ain't here to feed these bozos no fancy soup. The boss has got a business to rebuild, so knock off the goofing and mind your post.
All right. Just try the soup. Well?
I can see why you want to keep this a secret.
We need to try some soup. Bowl crummy soup.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Could I have a bowl of soup?
We're a soup kitchen. What do you think?
What kind of soup is this? It tastes like old cabbage.
Everyone's a critic. Look, all I got to work with is this 2-bit soup in a barrel and spice rack that hadn't been restocked since the Coolidge administration. What do you think I should do to perk this slop up?
Let's see. Have you tried
chili powder?
giving the soup a little heat, maybe?
Why, is it getting cold?
No, I mean like chili powder. Muy caliente.
Oh, bit of a tough guy, huh? Actually, I like it spicy too, but it's gotta be edible for the common folks.
Come on, a little dash isn't gonna kill anyone.
Aw, heck. You got moxie, kid. Let's spice it up a bit, shall we?
Yeah, this will taste better. Oh well. At least we gave him an idea. Now we gotta get this door open.
Eli thought she was drunk and said to her, "How long will you keep on getting drunk? Get rid of your wine." Eli should mind his own business. There's no way I'm going to keep that door open without some help. Huddle up, Emmett.
Huddle?
Just listen up for a second. Emmett, I can't get into the door over there. Those tables are jamming it shut.
The door? So your plan is to just waltz in there and take a barrel of alcohol?
No, of course not. That would be stupid, right?
I'll say.
Still, I'd like to get that door open. I can't do anything from out here.
Well, it's a simple matter of physics. A lever, some sort of stop. Let me see what I can come up with.
Here's important detail. No, not yet, I guess.
Eureka!
Eureka too, buddy. So does your soup.
Looks like these pipes go into the basement. Looks like these pipes go into the basement.
What do I gotta do to advance this?
Okay, I've got some more ideas about your soup.
Do tell.
Let's see. Have you tried salt?
Salt? What do you think, it's too bland? Too mild? I didn't put too much pepper in it, did I?
I just think it could use a little more salt.
No accounting for taste these days.
Nothing's gonna make the soup taste good. It's crummy. We succeeded? It looks like it.
Emmett.
Yes?
Oh, that's interesting.
Just a little mechanical ingenuity. In the end, the door is open.
Yeah, good job. We'll score that hooch somehow.
I'll keep cogitating.
Oops. No. Oops.
Brown residents?
We don't need to talk to the Brown residents.
Pretty neat, Doc. Nope. I'm still not getting through here. But at least those tables are propped up now.
Yep, that's important.
I still think the soup needs more flavor.
Now,
Looks
come
like
on.
these pipes go into the basement.
We need a change here. Try the counter flap again?
The kitchen's for management only, rummy.
Whoa!
I need to advance the story. What's next? Oh yeah, we have to get him out. Right, and then we go back in. Now the story should advance. Come on, open up. No, he's back again. I need things to change. There we go. It is advancing. Nice. There we go. That's important. Now we gotta mess this thing up. Alright. Now what do we do next? Open the door?
Pretty
again?
neat, Doc. Nope. I'm still not getting through here. But at least those tables are propped up now.
Okay, so... what do I gotta do? Let's try this. That didn't work. Now, maybe I make him move to the soup again.
I still think the soup needs more flavor.
Ah, here's the ticket. Now we do it again. This time messes everything up. There we go. Ah!
Ah, Miss Strickland. Come for some more soup?
Come now, Mr. Donnelly. You know I wouldn't set one foot in this mockery of all that is good and decent if the poor of Hill Valley weren't so dependent on Mr. Tennant's overblown show of generosity.
Was that a yes?
Just give me the soup before I gag on the hypocrisy.
I'll tell the boss you said hello.
I'll just bet you will.
All
They
right.
picked up the barrel of hooch. Now all I have to do is to get it from her somehow.
Or just have her deliver it to the right place. That's a more important goal. Come on, turn around.
Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. I'm afraid I haven't much time. The meeting of the Stay Sober Society is due to begin very soon.
You asked me to tell you if one of the local charities is running low on soup.
Does somebody need a visit from my soup cycle?
Yes. The Stay Sober Society.
Stay Sober Society.
That's right. They'll soon be gathering at the Brown estate, and we haven't provided refreshments. I can't get over the generosity of your friend Emmett volunteering his father's house for our meeting.
Huh? Wait there! What in the name of Thomas Alva
Don't you get it? You need alcohol to run your drill, right? Those bootleggers at the soup kitchen won't let us get our hands on any of their hooch. But we can get Miss Strickland to pick it up for us and deliver it right to your door.
No, out of the question. Why? I can't just let strangers invade my parents' house. What do we know about these people?
They're sober.
They're sober. It says so right in the name.
Well, okay, but Pop needs his peace and quiet at the end of the day. This meeting is sure to be too noisy for him.
So get your dad a pair of earplugs.
I can't tell my father to wear earplugs.
They'll be quiet. You'll be quiet, right?
Oh, yes! I play my tambourine very softly.
You
Tambourine.
hear that?
Yes, but...
But what?
But it's still impossible.
Okay, forget the whole thing. We don't have to test your rocket-powered drill tonight.
We don't?
No, I'll take the train back to Washington and I'll tell the folks at the office to give the patent to Dr. McCoy.
Wait!
Dr. McCoy.
You will instruct the members of the society to wipe their feet before they come inside.
Then you are Emmett Brown. I thought as much. You have such a righteous face.
Oh, no.
Edna Strickland, I don't know how to thank you for your generosity.
Pleased to meet you.
The feeling is mutual.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You worry too much, Emmett. Well, we've served the subpoena and gotten a barrel of booze delivered to your house. Looks like we're off to your lab to build your rocket drill. You do have a lab, right?
What kind of future patent holder would I be without a lab? Come on.
Now he's going to have it up with his father as he guides
Doc.
us.
I'm off to get the rocket drill.
Good.
Come on, let's go. Time waits for no man.
Are you sure this is gonna work, Emmett?
Don't let the ramshackle nature of my laboratory fool you. If all goes according to plan, we'll soon be in possession of the most powerful rocket fuel known to man.
That's great. How?
Oh, it's very simple. This crankshaft induces a powerful direct current into the electrolysis chamber, producing hydrogen, which must be periodically released into the primary distillation barrel. While tending to the hydrogen, we'll also need to regularly sprinkle these shredded protein flakes into this aquarium of tuber bacteria to generate the necessary nitrogen to catalyze the reaction.
Cool.
No, hot. Extremely hot. The temperature of the reaction must be kept at a steady temperature of 623 degrees Kelvin by carefully pumping these bellows. Any questions?
Emmett? Why is there a brace of drunkards gathering on our lawn?
Sweet fancy Moses, it's my father!
So?
So, he doesn't know I'm engaging in acts of scientific exploration in here. He thinks this is where I go to pore through my law books.
Oh.
You tend to the reaction. I'll try to get rid of him.
Tend to the what? Can't we just start over after he's gone?
It's too late. The reaction's already started. Don't worry. I'll try to help you out where I can.
But, Emmett?
Coming, Father!
You can listen carefully to what he says.
Father!
Don't you father me,
You gotta be
child.
fast as it gets later into it.
You have no idea what kind of pressure I'm under.
Release the pressure. Gotta make sure you get the right order. It's like Simon. And if you're a little slow, sometimes you can get the right order.
What do you call a room full of lawyers trapped in a burning building?
Burning bellows.
You have a release valve on your mouth somewhere?
Release.
Excellent.
Step
Now
one
twist the
done.
valve there. Great. We're about a quarter of the way home.
Emmett, get back here!
Oh, maybe your burning passion, Father, but it is not mine.
Stoke the fire. That's weird.
Listen to the words I'm emphasizing.
Don't you turn your back on me!
The hotter you get, the more I know I'm right.
Stoke the fire.
This isn't food for thought, Pop.
Food.
It's
Sprinkle
gruel.
bacteria.
Lawyers are nothing but a bunch of hot air. There, I said it.
I think I screwed up. Okay, we'll stoke the fire, yeah. Hot air.
What did you do?
Emmett, who are you talking to in there?
No one, Father. Pressuring me to be something I'm not.
Pressure. Release the pressure.
Why don't you go feed the ducks, Father?
Feed. Bacteria food.
Why won't you release me from your unattainable expectations?
Release the gaseous pressure.
Can't you see this is eating me up inside?
Eating. Bacteria food.
There is a flame inside me that cannot be quelled by your legalistic gobbledygook, Father.
Two-part.
Halfway there.
Emmett!
Keep up the good work. Lawyers are nothing but overblown bags of gas.
Gas. Release the pressure.
Maybe I should just get struck by lightning. Would that make you happy?
Turn the crank.
If it weren't for scientists, men like you would still be divining the future with sheep's bladders and goat gizzards. You don't get to control my life just because you fed and clothed me for 17 years.
What will it take to light a fire under your...
I think I screwed up. Yeah. I don't get that one about the sheep's bladder.
Just pay attention to what I say.
Emmett, I'm not through with you yet.
Who invented fire, Pop? I don't know either, but you can be damn sure it wasn't a lawyer.
Bronze have been officers of the court since God's heavenly spark first gave rise to man, Emmett.
Not being such a crank!
Crank.
You have a release valve on your mouth.
Wrong one. Should have been the crank.
I thought you were a scientist.
Emmett!
I strongly object to the current of this conversation, Father.
Trying to spin this argument around to my failings.
Why are you always bellowing at me?
Keep bellowing like that.
Lawyers are nothing but overblown bags of gas.
Release the gas.
I know it's eating you, Father, but I wish it would go on a diet. I'm not just another one of your staffers who spins around you like a top.
Pressure? You're a child. You don't know anything about pressure.
Oh, come on.
You don't like my performance at the courthouse, then fire!
I need to get the crank, and I couldn't get it. It's too far away. Dang it.
Don't touch anything until I tell you to.
Emmett!
Galileo's rotations. Do you ever listen to yourself? Should I honor your wishes? You treat me like common bacteria.
Mother and I are shocked at your behavior, young man.
This may come as a shock to you, Pop, but not everyone wants to be a lawyer.
Burn your bridges so cavalierly, my son.
Come on, crank.
Why won't you release me from your unattainable expectations?
Pressure.
What are they feeding you in that school of yours? You look like a skeleton.
My fault if I don't get a spark out of laws and statutes?
Turn the crank.
Father, why don't you ever listen to me? A whole room full of lawyers trapped in a burning building. A good start.
What are they feeding you in?
Almost there.
Number 3 done.
Emmett!
Coming, Father!
This one's hard, the last one.
Oh, what use is a microorganism for long?
Bacteria food.
If it weren't for scientists, men like you would still be divining the future with sheep's bladders and goat gizzards.
Fire. No. Sheep bladder. Release the pressure.
Listen to the words I'm emphasizing.
Emmett!
One great thing ever generated by a lawyer.
Turn the crank. Generator.
There is a flame inside me
Stoke
that
the
cannot
fire.
be quelled by your legalistic gobbledygook, Father. Why must you always scatter condescension my way?
Sprinkle the feet.
Pressuring me to be something
Release the
I'm not.
pressure.
I get a turn to talk, or
Crank.
is this going to be another
Turn.
monologue? Why don't you go feed the ducks, Father? By Galileo's rotations, do you ever listen to yourself?
Come on.
You always...
I'm too late. It's hard to go from one side to the other sometimes.
What did you do?
Emmett!
Oh, what use is a microorganism for long? Stop getting so hot under the collar, Pop. Stop being such a crank.
Crank.
You really want to vent our dirty laundry in public like
Release
this?
the pressure.
This may come as a shock to you, Pop, but not everyone wants to be a lawyer.
Shock.
No idea what kind of pressure I'm under.
Release the pressure.
Strongly object to the current of this conversation, Father.
Current.
If it weren't for scientists, men like you would still be divining the future with sheep's bladders and goat
Release the
gizzards.
pressure. Yes.
How many times do I have to prove myself to you before I can shake your overbearing criticisms? I'm not just another one of your staffers who spins around you like a top. Oh,
Frank.
maybe your burning passion, Father,
Fire.
but it is not mine.
Got
I'm
it.
afraid we'll have to take this up later, Pop. My soup's about to boil over.
What? This isn't over, young man.
Whew.
Are you okay? You and your dad sounded...
It was an argument we should have had a long time ago. Oh! Oh!
What?
Eureka! Now all we gotta do is fuel up the old rocket power drill, and you and I
can take it and go.
But don't you want to test it first?
No time. The last train for DC leaves in just a few minutes.
All right. You've got to get this baby to the U.S. Patent Office.
Exactly.
So tell me, Michael, when can I expect to hear back from the Patent Office?
Oh, in about, I'd say...
Poor Doc, he's so excited.
I can't.
Huh?
Emmett, I'm not from the Patent Office.
I don't understand.
I lied to you, but I didn't want to. It was the only way I can get you to trust me. See, there's somebody who's in big trouble. Someone very important to me, to both of us. I can't tell you who, but I need to save him tonight, and I need your invention to do it.
Poor Emmett.
I'll get it back to you, I promise. And, Emmett, you're gonna be a great inventor.
Wait! Keep the throttle at about 8.
Now I gotta break Doc out of jail.
Okay, Doc, I got the drill. Now let's get you out of here. Come on, start.
This piece of crap doesn't work. Uh-oh. Ah! Oh, it fell apart.
Mr. Corleone! You're too late!
Too late? The Doc's not supposed to be... Doc!
They're moving him to another facility for safekeeping! Oh, I better go get a quote from the police chief.
Oh, no!
Paddy wagon intercepted. Suspect slain. And they're still after him. How am I going to rescue him now? At least the rocket part came out of this in one piece.
And the bike. First rocket-powered bike. We gotta save Doc. We gotta get you home.
Alright, I'm coming, Doc.
And cue the final sequence of the episode. The big tenth ending. Bike stuck. How handy.
Marty!
You're still in danger, Doc. I'm gonna get you out of here.
What's that?
I said you're still in danger.
Never mind, never mind. Get me out of here, and we'll talk later.
I said go right. Toolbox. Nice. Nice tire iron. It's Kid Tannen!
What's he doing here? Keys. The window's shut tight.
Use the tire iron to get rid of that stupid tire, which is in our way. That's better. Frisbee, far out. Oh, Cap.
Kid Tannen's driving the truck.
Kid Tannen? That explains a lot.
The keys are on the dashboard, but I can't reach them.
You need a protraction appurtenance.
What?
A reach extender.
Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out.
Be careful, Marty.
I'll be back.
I'll wait right here.
We need something to reach. Like this antenna. First, we gotta get Kid Tannen's attention. If you want to get a hint, you can with the triangle. And you can get hints that pretty much tell you almost exactly what to do. But it's more fun to try to do it on your own.
How do I get him? Keys.
Do it from here. Nope. He'll see me.
I need a distraction.
Leave it to me. Hey, driver. You're driving too fast. What are you doing? Take those curves. I object to your tone of voice, and I find this seat distinctly uncomfortable. Do you have a pillow I can sit on? Hey, I'm talking to you, driver. Don't ignore me. You.
Thanks, Doc. I guess that's why they call you the Streak.
How did you know that?
I have my sources.
Let's get you out of here. Use
Stand back, Doc.
Marty! Oh!
Uh-oh. Grab a gun. Frisbee. Far out.
Eat lead, Sagan. Ow! Son of a bitch.
Eat this, kid. Gotta get Doc out of those chains. Dance, mother heifer. Actually, no. Let's cut you loose.
This is a rescue.
That's the idea.
Doc, hit the throttle.
Doc, what?
Hit the throttle.
Doc, the throttle.
Why? Oh!
Oh, wrong way. Sorry.
Doc, are you okay?
I'm fine. But I wonder what sorts of bizarre repercussions my younger self's invention of a flying bicycle will have on the timeline.
This is the end of the episode.
Did you know that would happen?
I had a suspicion. I never could keep those rockets from exploding.
So, what do we do now?
Now we get back to 1986 before our interactions with the past inevitably cascade into a calamitous future. Where'd you leave Einstein?
Doc?
He's not in the pound, is he?
Got a bigger problem,
No,
Doc.
but I think we've got bigger problems right now.
Great Scott!
Typical ending to an episode of Back to the Future. Scenes from the next episode.
What's happening?
I don't know. We'll have to be careful not to run into ourselves.
Hey, fellas. All right, McFly. Let's go see the boss.
History says Tanner will be arrested by a rookie cop by the name of Danny Parker.
I fear that nothing will save Hill Valley from descending into the fires of chaos and corruption.
Nothing is over until Kid Tannen says it's over.
Danny Parker? Is that Jennifer Parker's relative? And that is it for episode 1. It ends with a little Back to the Future music. Well, thanks for watching part 1 with me. 4 more parts to this great, amazing game which serves as a sequel to Back to the Future trilogy. The Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research and Telltale Games. 2.5 hours. Whew. Long episode. Hope you enjoyed it anyways. Thanks for watching, and I appreciate you taking the time. Once again, this is Danimal Daniel Jobber bidding you good night or good day or whatever time it is. Is time really a constant anyways? Jobber out.